What's going on, guys? Prosper Talk here, back again with my WrestleMania 15 review. I'll not do that again. WrestleMania 15 review, and I thought WrestleMania 15, it was a solid show. I wouldn't say it was a bad show. I actually liked some things from WrestleMania 15. The main event, I loved Austin and Rock. That was a good main event. Um, I loved the Triple H and China swerve where they had you saw that they was reuniting DX again, and then obviously they rejoined the corporation. Thought that was good. I like the opener of WrestleMania. So opening WrestleMania was let's get the card up here. Opening WrestleMania, we had a triple threat hardcore match. And it was Hardcore Holly. It was the champion Billy Gunn defending his hardcore title versus Hardcore Holly and Al Snow. This was a really good way to start off WrestleMania. This was a time when they had the 24-hour rule as well. I thought that this was a real good way to start WrestleMania. Got the fans really hyped up, and the crowd were into this match. You had a couple of spots with a hockey stick and water bottles and stuff like that. Hardcore Holly gets the win, and he's your new Intercontinental Champion, Hardcore Champion. I thought it was a really good opener to WrestleMania, and it really set the foundations of going into the show. Then we have the second match of the night, which is Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart versus D'Lo and Test for the WWF Tag Team titles. Wasn't really much of a match here going on. Jeff and Owen get the win. What the fuck was I doing then? Jeff and Owen get the win, and they are your new WWF Tag Team champions. Then we get the Brawl for All. Who remembers the Brawl for All? The Vince Russo idea, the Brawl for All, and remember when they tried the Brawl for All? Remember that? And JBL got knocked out completely. It was completely it wasn't a work. He got completely knocked out. The Brawl for All, and it was Butterbean versus Bart Gunn. You had the BWF, and then a few years later you would have the Brawl for All. And who was actually supposed to win that? I couldn't remember his name. Oh, fuck. I was thinking about the guy who was supposed to win that, and he didn't win it. The guy for the Brawl for All, I can't remember what his name was. If you guys know, tell me in the comments. But anyway, Butterbean got the win. Yeah, it only lasted 35 seconds. Then we have Mankind versus the Big Show in a Brawl for All match. Obviously, before the show, Big Show attacked Mankind on the halftime heat show. Anyway, Mankind gets the win because obviously Big Show gets himself disqualified somehow. And then after the match, he knocks out Vince McMahon, and then we see a segment where Vince has called the cops to arrest Big Show. Then we get a four-corner elimination match for the WWF Intercontinental Championship. It was Road Dogg defending his title versus Goldust and Ken Shamrock and Val Venus. I thought that this was a good, solid match. I thought all four guys really pulled in their work and actually had the good timings in as well. And something I really want to alliterate here, that something I saw on Twitter today, that JR said that young wrestlers don't know how to sell, and selling is weak. No, if you're selling is good. You selling in wrestling, you need to sell, because don't keep getting up and not selling, because you're supposed to make the fans believe that that move is powerful and that move is strong. So you have these four guys here selling it perfectly, perfect all the moves, and that's how you tell a good story. Not getting up and going super kick. No, you tell a good story by just selling the moves, going to an emotion, saying you're a high or a low, stuff like that. But anyway, Road Dogg gets the win with the pump handle slam, and he retained his IC title. Then we had Kane versus Triple H again. I didn't care about this match, to be honest. Kane gets the win. After the match, Triple H and China reunite, and people think obviously they're back together, DX. Later on, we'll also find out what happened in the next match. Sable versus Tori for the Women's Championship. This was when Sable was really blown up. Obviously, I said the last WrestleMania that she was starting to peak. This was when she completely blown up, and she was completely a fully fledged household name at this point. And she would also have her first WrestleMania match against Tori. I thought this was an okay match. Sable gets the win. and retains the title. And then we had Shane McMahon defending his European Championship against X-Pac. Thought it was a fun match, typical Shane match. You're not going to get a really 5-star match out of Shane, really, to be honest. But it was a typical Shane McMahon match. He tried to do his bits, and he was pretty good at it. At the end, it comes where China distracts the ref, and then Triple H comes in, pedigrees X-Pac, and he's like, it's what's best for the business. And him and China rejoin the corporation. Obviously, there was a swerve earlier that they was going to do the DX thing again, because they had, in like 99, they brought them back with Shawn Michaels, and then obviously they disbanded it for a bit, and they had put them back in the corporation. But yeah, Shane McMahon gets the win, and then after the match, Triple H is beaten down, Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. Then Kane comes out to save, to actually make the save, and then also Triple H just runs away. Then we have the Undertaker versus the Big Boss Man in the Hell in a Cell match. They had a good couple of spots in this match. You had the Boss Man tying up Taker with the handcuffs, and he was hitting him with the nightstick. Then you had obviously Taker at the end was choking out Boss Man. He was hanging him from the cell, and obviously that was a fucking sick ass spot. I actually felt sorry for the Boss Man. Taker got the win. Then we get to the main event. The main event, I would say probably one of the best the match of the night. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock in a no disqualification match with Mankind as a special guest referee. Obviously, before the match, Mankind got beat up so badly, and they didn't know if he was possibly going to make it to become the special guest referee. So they had Mike Chioda come in first, and then he got it knocked out. Then Tim White came in. Then he got brought bottom by The Rock, because obviously, he can't. Austin kicked out at 2, and then obviously Rock got pissed. Then Vince comes out, and he's basically beating up Austin with Rock. And then after that, Mankind comes out. He attacks Vince, and then after that, Mankind gets attacked again. Then Earl Hebner comes and tries to make spin it going. He goes 2. Then Hebner's down, and then after that, the Rock and Austin are wrestling again. And then Austin's the stunner, the second stunner of the match, and gets the win. He's your new WWF champion. And after that, he gets Vince in the ring. He stunners him. He has to be over Earl Hebner, and that's how WrestleMania 15 ended. Overall, WrestleMania 15 was a solid show. I wouldn't say it was my favorite to watch, but I think it was a solid show. And if you want me to, if I would say would I go back and watch it again, I would watch it maybe for just like the Rock and Austin thing, and the Big Show and Mankind thing. But apart from that, and I would say even the triple threat match, I would say that and the four corner match. Apart from those matches I've just mentioned, I would go back and watch them again. But overall, WrestleMania 15, like I said, was a solid show. What do you guys think about this WrestleMania? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And what did you guys think of the whole Brawl for All? Did you guys think it was a good thing or what? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'll check you later.